Good morning, everyone. Happy to be here and to share with you what Tatango will bring to you mainly in Q1 and a bit look to the future. My name is Ravit and I'm driving product for Tatango for the past few years. Happy to see so many people joining us to hear what do we have in plans and what are the things that our customers and prospect will enjoy in the next quarter. So let's drill down to the details to see what we have. We at Tatango believe that the customer journey is the product. And as such, we practice that daily with our products in Tatango, but we also want to make sure that Tatango product that you're practicing will enable you to drive that in your organization. Your customer needs the ability to evolve. We all learn. We want to make sure that our customers will get the best customer journey. And in order to do that, we are working in iterations. We are designing, we are iterating, measuring, launching, measuring again, and if needed, change. And for every stage of the customer journey lifecycle, I want to give you the tools to iterate and make sure that your customers can evolve and can get the best process that is out there. We built Tatango in a way that enables you to compose the most inspiring journeys with the product and to involve with your customers. That's the only way to assure that you will get fast time to value. You will be able to continuously iterate with the product and eventually to achieve predictable scale and measurements that you would like to achieve with your product. In order to do that, Tatango is the only composable customer success that provides you all those capabilities in one product. You have a modular building blocks that will enable you to continue and iterate on stages of your journeys. You can run and design for each one of those iterations. You get a multi-view of the customers, and most importantly, you get within each one of those building blocks and out-of-the-box best practices that we are sharing with you in Tatango. By leveraging Tatango Marketplace, you can get success block for each part of the customer journey. All of it, what you can see here from onboarding to renewal, all the stages in between is already available today. But furthermore, we are going to invest more in all the green boxes that you will see added are things that we are working on right now and will be added to Tatango Marketplace. You can just go ahead, download the success block and start to develop that with your customers and provide value right away in a matter of minutes. So besides the Marketplace success block, there are many more surprises that will enable you to design, launch, and measure your success book. So let's see what else Q1 will provide to us. Let's drill down a bit to the functionality in high level, and then we'll drill down to some of the items that you can see here. First of all, we are going to deliver a new license tab that will enable people in your organization that want to consume data on customer success to be able to leverage a new license tab that is the viewer license tab. This license or seat type will enable you only to view data in Tatango across each one of the activities and also across the scorecard where you will measure your progress. This new license tab will be offered in a few weeks and customers will be able to leverage it for people that would like to consume data as part of driving customer success. Around reporting, we have actually very exciting news. Two huge things that are coming in the near future. First of all, is the ability to query complex and multiple objects in Tatango. So imagine that you want to have a query on user and accounts relation at the same one, you will be able to have it. NPS and the related users that provided this data on the NPS, you will be able to query that using our newer query engine that will be delivered. And in addition to that, actually in a couple of weeks, you will be able to leverage into Tango segments, not only the ability for and, but also the ability to leverage or between multiple conditions. And we'll see that in a minute, so you will be able to get further details. Now, one note that I would like to mention on reporting, reporting is an agenda that we are going to evolve throughout this year. So you will see a lot of investment and a lot of deliverables as part of each one of the quarters to enable you to being able to report and to leverage all the data that you have into Tango. Around integrations, we are focusing this quarter, first of all, on integration with Outlook. You will be able to leverage Outlook in order to send touchpoint for your customers. As an addition to that, additional functionality around HubSpot and Salesforce integration. Those two are already supported by Totango, but we would like to enhance the integration and even add some ease of use capabilities there. And lastly, a Salesforce and a Totango opportunity management integration that will be launched this quarter as a beta feature for customers that would like to process it. You will be able to define opportunities in Salesforce or in Totango and have the data sync between those two platforms to enable collaboration between the CS team and the sales team. And lastly, you can already engage with Totango leveraging campaigns, but we want to give you even more. And now you will be able to engage from Totango using personalized video business reviews based on data that exists in Totango. And again, that's one of the examples we'll discuss in a minute as well, and you will be able to see a demo. So let's drill down to reporting. So the first thing that I talked about was the ability to query data by complex conditions, not only using and between the conditions, but also using or. You can see here on the short video that is running on the right side that I can play between the conditions and select either or and when I'm using segments. I'll be able also to create more complex or advanced queries in order to manipulate data even further and get analysis. And that will enable you to leverage all the data that you have in the product. We know that you're investing in bringing all the data to Totango. We are enabling you easier ways to consume this data. Additional thing that will be enabled around segments is to enable segments around multiple objects. So I gave earlier the example of, let's say you're querying to see all the customers with NPS that is lower than 6. You want to see who are those users, but that's not enough to see who are the users. You want to see what accounts are they belong to and additional data on the accounts in order to know how to handle that. That will be enabled as well, and you will be able to add data from multiple objects when you're creating one segment and see the data there. Isn't it awesome? So segments is a very powerful part of Totango already. And with those two new capabilities, the more advanced queries that we see here and the ability to leverage or and we are giving you even more power with your data to get additional data points from Totango. Let's drill down to integrations a bit. So you are all using Totango Touchpoint already today, but imagine how nice will it be that now in your Outlook, you can actually query using Totango add-on that is on the right side here. You can see, you can write what is the account that you're looking at, and you will see right away who is the team that is defined to this account in Totango, who is the contacts that you have specifically for those people in that account, and then right away select those and send them the email. The email automatically, if you choose so, will be registered as a Totango, as a time slot touchpoint, in Totango timeline. So you will be able to have it. Now, very important to keep in mind, there are sometimes emails that you want to keep private and you don't want to share it actually as a touchpoint in Totango. You will be able to toggle a small button in the Totango add-in that you have in your Outlook and choose whether you want to register that or document that within Totango or not. How easy is it? And even if you choose that you don't want to document that in Totango, you can always use the Totango add-in on the right side, almost as your address book to the contacts that you are leveraging for those accounts. One of the things I mentioned before was that we want to enable you to engage better with your customers from Totango. It's very important. You are leveraging campaigns today heavily, and we see all customers leveraging campaigns already. But imagine that you want to share metrics with your customers, and you want to do it in a way that will engage them to view the data. In today's reality, we are getting so many emails. We have so many meetings. You need to have something a little bit nicer, juicier when you engage your customers. And in order to do that, we are enabling you actually to embed in your campaigns videos that are based on data that resides in Totango. So in that example, I want to communicate with one of my accounts as part of a QBR and share with them all the metrics that are relevant for this account, but not in an email, just send them the data. I actually gonna embed all that data, obviously automatically by Totango, and this video will play as part of this campaign and will send the customers all the data that they need to see, and will communicate all of that based on the last data that exists in Totango. Obviously, this type of email will engage customers better than only an email with some text embedded into it. Let's see how it looks.
Hi, Jason. We hope your team at Skyworks is getting great results from using our Acme platform. We created this quick video to review the status of your account and make sure you're making the most of our platform. First, here are some important details regarding your account. You can always refer to the Account Details tab to review this information and more. Let's start with a quick look back at the main objectives you identified at the beginning of this quarter. Your Success Manager can provide some insights on how you're tracking towards these goals. Here are some highlights of your utilization of the platform so far. These metrics look great, but there's still room to grow. It looks like you're close to maximizing your license utilization. Don't worry, we'll show you what to do at the end of this video. Don't forget, a full view of your impact is always available in your Account Analytics dashboard. We want you to have the best experience possible with the Acme platform. That's why we assembled this team of all-stars to make sure you can thrive using our platform. They're always available to help. Thanks, Jason. We can't wait to continue our journey together. To log into your account or reach out to your dedicated team, click the buttons on your screen.
Amazing, right? Just to recap what we just saw. We saw a video that was generated automatically by Totango, and in the video, you had data on the customer objective, the customer utilization, how the customer is using the product, and the team that is engaged with that customer from Totango. So these were only examples. You will be able to embed in the video any piece of data that you will choose for. And as you can see, it's engaging, it's interesting, it's short, but it has all the data that you would like to see. And in the next few weeks, you will be able to see that capability coming into Totango as a beta feature. It will provide you with specific templates for each one of the success blocks that will have these data points embedded into them. You will be able to choose which data points you would like to consume, which you don't want to include in the video. But again, you will be able to create those amazing videos and send them to your customers. So almost last, but I do want to call it out because I believe that's very, very exciting. In the next future or coming up later this year, you will be able to have the ability to communicate from Tatango using in-app communication. That's something that, again, we know our customers want to do. We talked earlier about engagement using campaigns, engagement now with the new capability using videos, but now you will be able to engage also using in-app communication. You will be able to leverage in-application communication for your welcome screens, for tooltips, for NPS, as you can see in this example, and all of it using the data that you have in Tatango. You will be able to trigger those types of engagement from Tatango using your customer access to your product, touchpoint log, any piece of data that you currently have in the product and you would like to engage based on. And last piece before we'll drill down to Q&A is I talked about additional capabilities around segments. What we'll add in addition is the ability to query data along the hierarchy. So imagine that you want to ask specific questions on a parent account where you would like to refer to one of the products it holds. So let's say that my company, Acme, has 5 products that I'm selling, and I want to be able to report on any customer that I have that is in poor health, where at least one of his products is poor health. Very complex query that now I will be able to leverage Tatango in order to give the answers for. So all the great things that you just saw are part of our innovation and will be delivered as part of Q1 or a bit later that year, but you will be able to consume all of them and play with them as part of working with a product and obviously get additional value to your end customers. So with that, I want to move to Q&A and answer. I can see there are many questions out there. So let me try to address most of them. For the ones I won't have time to address today, I promise that we will send an answer later on. So first question that I have here is, you talked about Outlook integration. What about Gmail? Happy to say that Gmail is the one that will come after Outlook. We are starting this quarter with Outlook integration in order to be able to log your touchpoint, but very soon you will see the same capabilities for Gmail as well. Another capabilities here that I see is, will I be able to connect data from collections into the complex user segments and account segments that I talked about? Not in the first version, but future-wise, you will be able to add data from collections to those segments. One more question that I have here is, can I manipulate the email in Outlook? The answer is definitely yes. You will write your email as you're writing any other email. You will leverage the data from Tatango as your address book, and also in order to register it later on in Tatango as attachment. There's another question here that is very related to that. What about touchpoint templates that were released earlier this last year, actually? Will I be able to leverage those in Outlook as well? And the answer is yes. Again, not as part of the first delivery in Q1, but as part of the ongoing delivery in Q2, you will be able to leverage Tatango touchpoint templates in Outlook and Gmail as well. In regards, there's one question here on the QBR business reviews, the videos that I just played, that was asking, can I actually manipulate the voice? Does it matter which voice will it be? Can I choose if that will be a woman or a man? And the answer is yes. You will be able to manipulate which voice will be playing in the video. There is a question here on the date in which in-application will be released. It will be the second part of the year, the early second part of this year, where in-application will be released. And it will include, as I showed, the ability to leverage NPS as part of in-application. There's another question here that asks, we are now only implementing Totango. I guess it's a new customer, welcome. And they are now implementing Totango, and the question is, when and how are we going to consume those new features? So for the new customers that are here, Totango is delivering new features and new value to customers on a sprint basis. Every 2 weeks, there's a new set of functionality that is being released. It's being communicated as part of the product in the what's new area. And there is also an ongoing campaign that is being sent every 2 weeks from me that describe the new functionality that is added. Part of the functionality where it involves a major user interface change, you have the ability as an admin to control whether you would like to your company, to consume it or not. So if it's a beta feature, the admin will be able to turn it off and on. If that's a feature that is already GA, everyone will be getting it. But to the question here, yes, once a feature is being released, you're automatically, without doing anything, getting the functionality of those new features. There are some questions here on changes to success plans and are we planning to do any? Yes, we are planning to do any. It is not part of the Q1 delivery. It will come later this year. There is another question here on the success flow that the touchpoint will be assigned to. When I'm adding touchpoint from Outlook, you will be able to define what is the success flow that this touchpoint will be associated with. So you have the control for it, something that you don't have today, and we are going to add. I think that's it. If I'm looking on the questions here, yes, there are specific questions on integration with HubSpot and Salesforce, and I will be happy to connect you with the relevant product managers and answer those questions. Those are very specific, so I prefer not to take them right now. In addition, as part of our office hours that the CSE's team usually driving, we will host one that will be more focused on segments capabilities and Outlook capabilities for the new touchpoint. So you will be able to speak with the product manager, ask any question, and get additional details. And then with that, I want to thank you for spending this 20 minutes with me and sharing what Q1 will look like. There are many innovations, as you can see, that are coming in Q1, and many more that will be coming later this year. So thank you for the time, and thank you for being a great Totango customer. Thank you.